Heyo, it's me, it's Filet, guys, and yeah, welcome to Metro 2033, Stupidly Explained. So yeah, let's do this. Now, this is my first video. I'm a bit nervous, as you can see, and yeah, my name's Filet. This is my half brother, Jerome. Yes, he is a rat. Please don't make it weird. Don't be a racist. But first, let's suit up. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, so here's some few disclaimers. I did not read the books. Okay, this is just gonna be a simple video. Didn't do much research on this, but I do love the game. I love it to bits. So the game takes place in an alternate history, there was a World War III. And at the end of the war, they basically decided to nuke each other, as humans do. And all of the people of Russia, at least those near the metro stations anyway, basically decided to take refuge in the warmth, or, well, the cold of the metro stations. So, trains. Okay, let's talk comparisons, alright? First of all, Metro uses military grade rounds as currency, while Fallout uses pop caps, like a virgin. And when it comes to having good games, it is arguable that Fallout honestly only has one good game, and that's New Vegas. And to add insult to injury, Bethesda didn't even make it. And when it comes to Metro, well, you can really argue that most of the games are at least 7 to 8s, or if not 10s. Okay, so let me introduce you to John Metro, who was born before 2013, because yeah, we'll get into that later. He'll get a very hot wife in the other games. We'll also get into that later. And is a fucking mute when it comes to the gameplay, but has voiceovers. Oh yeah, his name is Artyom. So the game starts with Artyom having a nightmare basically, and he gets killed in it. And he basically wakes up to his stepdad saying his friend Hunter is coming over to Ebola Station, which is the station they live in. But when they meet Hunter, they get attacked by some mutants called Nasalises. Or is it Nasali? Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. So they fend off the attack successfully from the inside, but get alerted to another one right outside Ebola. But then it was too late, and every guard was as alive as Disco. And they were attacked by the Dark Ones. No, not the guys from the hood. Basically mutated bees. But let's talk about Hunter even more. He is a Spartan Ranger, basically good guys, and Artyom really idolizes the guy. He gives his dog tag to Artyom so Hunter could chase after Dark Ones, and that Artyom can get help from the rest of the Spartan Order. Artyom finally starts his journey to Polis, and he starts with some dudes on their way to the next station. They get tailgated by a stupid fucking anomaly, which knocks them out like lightweights when you give them a single bottle of Corona. And basically, Artyom starts to trip on the shrooms that they had for breakfast, where he hallucinates Hunter gets solo jumped by a Dark One. But then, they wake up right on time just to get attacked by some mutated Jeromes, where one of the dudes tragically die. So they make it to the next station, Riga. No, Jerome, there's no harder version. Bad rat. Bad. Okay. After that, they celebrate and part ways. And then he meets Baboon, a very shady dude who's offering Artyom a bodyguard job for a couple of stations in exchange for a sweet fucking AK. And naturally, Artyom agrees. Okay, so the lads basically make it to Market Station, which is a market in the same way that Jerome the fucking rat is a racist. Okay, so in Metro, people use military grade rounds for currency and not pop caps like fucking pussies. And what's good about MGRs is you can actually use it in game to shoot out of your fucking gun. Resource management, and they're pretty good. They do a lot of damage. Okay, back to the story. Turns out Baboon has beef with Hansa, which is basically Amazon, most powerful corporation, because they be rich and greedy. So the duo are first forced to go outside onto the surface just to bypass Hansa, which is a big deal. It's the same way that it's the cheese in the rat trap, or leftover orange chicken in a smashed up takeout box. I'm just saying it's good. Okay, and here Artyom gets a lot of first. It's his first time seeing the sky for once, with the mole people and shit. And his first time being attacked by a demon. His first time going into buildings where, he hears the voices of the damned. And of course, it's also his first time tripping off on shrooms and hallucinating that he was bullied as a first grader in America. So they finally make it to Dry Station, and Baboon of course gets abducted like a little pussy by the bandits, leaving Artyom to stay hidden like the Epstein files in the darkness of this station. And after a whole lot of shooting and harming the thieves, Artyom makes it to Baboon, where he was held at gunpoint. But after the leader of the thieves get distracted by Artyom's entry, Baboon fucking parries the gun out of the thief's hands and into his, but still ends up dead as dead as a Blinken, as him and the thief exchange killing blows. Who cares? Who fucking cares? At least Artyom gets a fucking AK. So right after that, Artyom basically encounters Gandalf the Intoxicated, who pops out of the vents, and he learns that his name is Kun. And Kun is basically in cahoots with the Metro. He's a guy that typically believes empathy and love. Could you believe it? Yeah, I can too. So basically he's a filthy fucking hippie. And later, they fucking bait and get tailgated by an anomaly to wipe out a bunch of mutants. And later on, they fucking trip on shrooms and see a bunch of sentient shadows, which of course Kun can move by the power of mumble rapping, just to get through their journey. Okay, so while walking through the Deep Down Dark Deep Down, yes, that is a reference to that guy. I'm a big fan. And yeah, so basically while walking there, Kun explains that the bombs also blew up the heavens, hell, and purgatory, basically leaving the souls of the dead folk to stay in this plane of existence. That explains basically the ghosts and the creepy voices in Artyom's head, which is probably the best shroom trip theory in the whole game. After that, they reach Curse Station, where people cuss a lot, just like in Australia. And of course, the moment they reach it, they defend the station from more Nasalites, or Nasalai. And yeah, after that, Kun and Artyom basically split like your ma's legs after she sees me. And so, Artyom starts to head for Armory Station, which is a station run by the Boston Red Sox. Oh wait, that's wrong. I meant Reds, so basically commies. Bad guys. Where he gets captured and gets traced through the station, where he gets saved by an old bald mechanic who helps him by putting him in a luggage bay of a cart. So after that, the cart Artyom is in stops in the middle of the battle between the Reds and the Nazis. So basically, this is the part of the game which is basically the best shootout in the whole game, in my opinion. So after wiping out the Reds and the Nazis, he basically meets two Spartan Rangers, Ullman and Deadman. Guess who dies in the game? Okay. After that, Artyom finally reaches Police Station, where he meets Corn Colonel Miller, where they discuss and conclude that they need to find D6, which is a military base with all the bomba that they need, so that they can blow up the Dark One's crib. Okay, but their biggest problem was they didn't know where D6 exactly was. So they basically decided to look for the information in the library. Yes, it's pretty weird that classified military information is in a library. But, yeah, game. So they eventually get to the library, but the biggest problem there was they run into basically mutated gorillas, which are called librarians. Like, why are there even gorillas in Moscow to begin with? I don't know if they really have gorillas there, but yeah. So they get the info on D6, take it, and basically they find out where D6 actually is. So they get there and they encounter a big ass biomass, which is basically a mutated version of your mom's meatloaf, that they take out with a crane. So the power would be back on, and so they can get on with their lives. So with D6 powered up, they book it towards Ostankino Tower, but on the way there they get attacked by a bunch of mutants, where Artyom basically deja vus to the nightmare he had in the beginning of the game. But this is where he makes it to the tower. This time he makes it to the tower and climbs all the way to the top, where Artyom activates Il Bomba and basically bombs the Dark One's crib. And this is where we get two endings, which is basically affected by a hippie morality system. It's the basic do good shit, get good ending, do bad shit, get bad ending. So yeah, and this is where my biggest criticism of the game lies. So, in the hippie ending, which is basically the quote-unquote good ending, Artyom in the last minute starts thinking of stopping Il Bomba from launching, but he is too late from stopping them. So now, basically, the Dark Ones get blown to bits, but this time, Artyom actually feels guilty. Yes, that's the actual ending. Like, to basically, to have more effect, you gotta play the actual like second game, which is Metro Last Light. Yeah. So what sucks is instead of maybe he could have at least stopped the actual bombs so that it'd be actually a good ending. Oh yeah, and this is the non-canonical ending. Okay, so on to the bad ending, or the actual canonical ending. So basically, same thing goes. Yeah, El Bomba flies, and the Dark Ones get blown to shits, and yeah. But this time, Artyom is feeling really cold and badass, and actually feels that he has actually accomplished something. One quick question: is it racism if it's mutated bees? Probably not. Yeah. So yeah, that is my biggest criticism. Like, there's no actual difference between the two endings except for how Artyom actually feels. Yeah, and this ending actually ties into the next game of the series, where he'll basically get a redemption arc. So yeah, that's the two endings of Metro 2033 for you. So okay, it's not the end of the video. Guess what? Gun corner, baby. Okay, so first up is the Shambler. In my opinion, it's the most iconic part of the game. Basically a revolving shotgun. Like, the biggest drawback on this gun is basically it reloads slow as shit. So yeah, ass bats. Yeah, sounds like a disease you'd make up as a kid just to embarrass your friend in front of his crush. So yeah, it has the best name in all the fucking game. And it's basically a shotgun, which is basically drum fed, which is the big green canister over there, basically full of shotgun shells, and is probably one of the scariest concepts. I'm sure there's a real life counterpart with it, but this thing looks fucking dope, and you can probably make Swiss cheese out of any person you point this at. So yeah, the only caveat is like it recoils like crazy. It's basically an RPG but shotgun. Yeah. So next up is the Bi-Gun, which is basically a shotgun made out of bicycle parts. This probably was the best apocalyptic design. Like, seriously, they took a bunch of bicycle parts and just made it into a fucking gun. Looks dope as shit. But what's scary about this is, what if this thing actually misfires? Well, not misfires. Like, what if all the shots go off all at once? That has me thinking that maybe it can do like a rocket jump or shotgun jump at this point. So yeah, imagine that. It would be fucking hilarious though. Okay, next up we have the Duplet or Duplet. Yeah, I don't know, sounds fucking French. Okay, I don't do French. Okay, so it's a basic double-barreled gun design, and yeah, as we all know, all good things in life come in two. Basically couples, balls, tits, yeah, the basic stuff, all the good things. Well, yeah, as long as it's not fucking gun barrels, because insufficient amount of gun barrels. Like, we need more barrels, guys. Like, look at the Bi-Gun. It's great. Okay, next is the revolver. Yes, the big iron, the 6-cylinder, and of course the weapon of the GOAT, Midden Squad. So, if you didn't know, Midden Squad basically did a challenge run on the game in Metro 2033 where he used only the revolver for the whole game. But sadly, some time ago he has passed away. So RIP to the legend. I'm genuinely sad because I used to watch this guy a lot. So, F in the chat for Midden Squad. Go look him up. Okay, rats? Thanks. Okay, next up is the Bastard. So, it's basically I don't know if it's a submachine gun or just a basic rifle. But the thing is, it has a high rate of fire, is decently accurate, I'd say, and it has anger issues like your dad. So, look at the tippy tip. That gets red if you fire it too much, and it's probably one of the few guns where the mag, you can actually see the bullets in the mag. So that's cool, I guess. So yeah. Okay, so next is it's the fucking AK or the Kalashnikov. Basically, it's the poster child of Russian ammunitions. So yeah, on the left is just the basic AK, which we all know and love. And next to it is basically the cooler Kalash. It's the Kalash 2012, since it's an alternate history where World War III happened. Basically, they had an update on the AK, and that is the update. That is the Kalash 2012. So yeah, there you have it, a doper AK. Always good. So here we have the VSV. I really like vectors, I'm not gonna lie, and I used this a lot in my first playthrough in Metro 2033, and I'm still upset that this gun wasn't really in Exodus. So yeah, if you didn't know, Exodus is basically the last and third game. So yeah, put VSV, I'll buy it as DLC if they want. Okay, now we have the Helsing. So basically, we're starting to get into the pneumatic weapons, which are basically air powered. And this thing is basically a dope ass crossbow. And I don't know if you can get this very early in the game, but I know you can get this in 2033. And I'm starting to think that I might go for a stealth playthrough pretty soon. So yeah, I might do that. Okay, next we have another pneumatic weapon, which is the Tikhar, or Tikhar? I don't know. So basically, it's basically fires ball bearings, and if you've seen a ball bearing, you know if used in a gun would be fucking painful. It's actually pretty doable. And the thing with this gun is you gotta pump it, and there's a limited uses before you have to pump it again. So yeah, dope. Okay, so now here we have what is possibly the dopest gun in all of Metro 2033, which is the Hellbreath. The moment I saw this on Miller's back, I was like, oh, where's this gun? It's probably thought to myself, what if this is the Resident Evil revolver of this game? So basically, it's a Electro Tikhar. It's a big ass railgun, so dope. Okay, so there you go, Metro 2033, stupidly explained, and all of the guns, very idiotically explained as well. So that's it, and as you can tell, I'm pretty not good at the whole YouTube thing right now. This is basically my first video, and as you can see, I can't even do animation right, since all I really did is just put a bunch of pictures and put in a voiceover. So yeah, I want to see where this goes. If I get something like 100 views, I think I might do a second video, and I'll see where it goes from there. So so here's a few more announcements. So I've been thinking about a lot of stuff. I might do a Control video very soon. Control the Remedy game. Yeah, I think that's the next thing I'm about to do. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you can hit that subscribe button, and I won't send Jerome to eat your ass. Okay, so or maybe you're into that shit. That might backfire. See you guys in the next video. Hopefully this whole channel actually goes somewhere. So I don't expect it to become like big overnight, but yeah, who knows. So yeah, see you guys.